Well, howdy partners. It's old Chuck Wagon Chuck here. Just kidding. This is the last Wednesday of the month for the Gravy and Biscuits challenge on Cast Iron Wednesday. So I thought I'd end up by doing something I've never tasted before, and I'm not sure I'm gonna care for it very much, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyhow. Red-eyed gravy. Now, to me it sounds a little like it will be just a bit bitter, and but we're going to give it a try anyhow. I got some biscuits in the oven, and I got some ham slices, some country ham slices, and I took all the small pieces when I trimmed the ham up and browned them in a skillet to get a little base. And we're going to throw this together. I probably won't do a lot of talking in here, which could be a good thing, but I'll try to put some subtitles in there to kind of let you know what I'm doing. So let's give her a shot here. It can only be dog food. I mean, you know, I don't know if dogs like red-eyed gravy either, but we're going to find out. I got some grits a cooking, and because you can't have red-eyed gravy without ham and grits, so we're going to throw it together and see what happens. I'll be back in a little bit. Now that we got our head cleanup on the job over here, I'm going to take and I took the scraps that I browned out, and I'm going to fry up the ham slices a little bit, and then we'll get to the gravy, which consists of, I'm just going to put a couple pats of butter in there, and maybe a touch of flour. Most recipes doesn't call for flour, but maybe we'll add a little bit, I'm not sure. And then a cup of good strong black coffee, and we'll mix her up and see what she comes out like. By then we should have our grits ready and our biscuits ready, and we'll be ready to plate it up and maybe see what she tastes like. Okay, fun time. I know you're all anxious to see this. I know I am. Like I say, most recipes for this doesn't call for flour, but I'm going to add about a teaspoon anyway, because I like my gravy to have a little consistency to it, and from what I've read about this gravy, it's not a real thick gravy. We're going to cook that flour for a minute or two. And then the magic ingredients. A cup of good, strong, old black coffee. It does have a little reddish tint to it. We'll give her a little pepper. And then we'll give it a little more pepper. Just a touch of salt, because I don't know how salty that ham is. We'll let that simmer for a couple minutes. Let's see if it thickens any at all. Well, like they say, it's a pretty thin, not really a gravy, I guess, to speak. It's kind of an emulsion, because they said the best is just to serve it hot, because after a while, if it sets and cools a little bit, it will separate, seeing as all it is coffee and the fats of the ham and stuff. I'll let that simmer down a couple minutes, and I'll plate me up some grits and such, and we'll see what she tastes like. Okay, here we go. I put the ham back in the gravy, which did kind of thicken up, not a lot. It's not thick gravy, but looks pretty good. Maybe just a taste on my grits. Okay, so here we go. I put a little bit of the gravy on my ham and a little bit on my grits, and we'll give her a test. It's not bad. It's not good. And it's not what I expected. Well, it's about what I expected. I would eat it, but definitely has a coffee taste to it, which isn't really bad. It definitely has a coffee taste to it, which isn't bad, but I kind of prefer a little bit more sweetness in my gravies and stuff. So I'm sorry, Calvin, and all you guys from down south, but I think this is one I'll skip from now on, unless I can find somebody that really knows how to make it. I could live with it. I wouldn't enjoy it, but I could live with it. So that's all for now. Our red-eyed gravy and grits and biscuits. At least I know the biscuits will be good. Catch you all later.